When Marcus received the email, he almost deleted it as spam. The subject line read, "Reservation confirmed, your soul, table for one." No sender name, no company logo, just a confirmation number and a date, October 31st, 11:59 p.m. He opened it anyway. The body of the email was formatted like a restaurant reservation. "Dear Mr. Holloway, thank you for your reservation at L'Enfer Noir. We look forward to serving you. Your soul has been reserved for collection on the date and time listed above. Please arrive promptly. Late arrivals will be seated at our discretion. Dress code, as you are. No cancellations, no substitutions, no refunds. We'll see you soon." At the bottom, in small gray text, "This reservation was made on your behalf 18 years ago. Payment is now due." Marcus laughed. It was clearly a prank. Probably his college roommate Jake, still pulling stupid jokes a decade after graduation. He screenshotted it and sent it to their group chat with the caption, "Which one of you idiots did this?" Nobody responded. He forgot about it until the next email arrived. Same blank sender, new subject, and reminder, 29 days remaining. This time, the email included an attachment, a scanned document, old paper, handwritten text. Marcus opened it. His blood went cold. It was a contract. The letterhead read, "L'Enfer Noir, Eternal Reservations and Acquisitions." The contract was dated October 31st, 2005, 18 years ago. Marcus would have been 10 years old. The signature at the bottom was messy, childish, but unmistakably his. He remembered. He was 10. It was Halloween. He'd gone to a street fair with his mom. There was a man in a black suit at a booth with no sign. He'd smiled at Marcus and said, "Want to make a wish, kid?" Marcus had wished for something. He couldn't remember what. The man handed him a piece of paper and a pen. "Just sign here. Your wish comes true. Payment's not due for a long time." Marcus had signed. His mom hadn't noticed. He'd forgotten about it completely, until now. He called the only number listed on the contract. It rang once. A smooth voice answered. "L'Enfer Noir, how may I assist you?" "I got an email," Marcus said, his mouth dry. "About a reservation. I think there's been a mistake." "No, Mr. Holloway, your reservation is confirmed." "I was 10 years old. I didn't understand what I was signing. The contract is binding regardless of age," the voice said pleasantly. "You received your wish. Payment is now due." "What wish? I don't even remember." "You wished," the voice interrupted, "that your mother would survive her cancer." Marcus's breath caught. His mom had been diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer in 2005. The doctors gave her 6 months. She'd lived another 12 years, healthy, inexplicably cancer-free. She died in 2017 from a stroke. Natural causes, a full life. "We held up our end," the voice continued. "Now you hold up yours. This isn't legal. This isn't real. I'm not giving you anything. You already did, Mr. Holloway. Your soul was reserved the moment you signed. We're simply collecting what's ours. October 31st, 11:59 p.m. The address will be provided closer to the date. Do not be late. Late arrivals forfeit their seating and are collected immediately wherever they are. You don't want that. Trust me." The line went dead. Marcus tried everything. He went to the police. They laughed. He hired a lawyer. The woman took one look at the contract and refused the case. "I don't handle these," she said quietly, handing it back. "These?" Marcus demanded. "What do you mean these?" She didn't answer, just walked him to the door. He tried burning the contract. It wouldn't catch fire. He shredded it. The pieces reformed overnight on his kitchen table. He threw it in a river. It was in his mailbox the next morning, bone dry. The emails kept coming, weekly, then daily. 14 days remaining. Reservation reminder, 7 days remaining. Each one included a new detail, the address, a location downtown, an old building Marcus had passed 100 times but never noticed, unmarked door, black paint. He tried not going, tried flying to another state, tried locking himself in his apartment. But on October 30th, at exactly 11:59 p.m., his phone buzzed. New email. Preliminary seating has begun. Failure to appear tomorrow will result in immediate collection. You have 24 hours. That night, Marcus didn't sleep. He researched everything he could. L'enfer noir, French for the black hell. He found references, scattered, obscure, old forum posts from people who'd received similar emails. Most of the accounts ended mid-sentence. The last post from one user, dated 3 years ago. It's real. I'm going tonight. If anyone reads this, don't sign anything. Don't make deals. Don't. The post ended there. The user never logged in again. October 31st arrived. Marcus spent the day trying to say goodbye without actually saying it. He called his sister, told her he loved her. She laughed and said, "You're being weird. See you at Thanksgiving." He wrote letters, just in case, left them on his desk. As the sun set, he sat in his apartment and waited. Maybe nothing would happen. Maybe it was all psychological. Maybe. At 11:45 p.m., there was a knock at his door. Marcus opened it. A woman in a black suit stood there, holding a tablet. "Marcus Holloway?" "Yes." "Your car is waiting downstairs. We'll escort you to your reservation. What if I don't go?" Her smile didn't reach her eyes. "Then we collect you here. Messier. Louder. Your neighbors will have questions. I assume you'd prefer discretion." Marcus followed her. The car was black. No plates. The interior smelled like leather and something else. Something burnt. They drove in silence. The city lights blurred past. The driver never spoke. They stopped in front of the building. The unmarked door. Black paint. The woman opened his door. "Enjoy your evening, Mr. Holloway." He stood on the sidewalk. The door had no handle, no keyhole, just smooth black wood. At 11:58 p.m. it opened. Warm light spilled out. A host stood inside, tall, pale, immaculate suit. "Mr. Holloway, table for one, right this way." The interior didn't match the outside. It was vast, a restaurant, dim lighting, hundreds of tables, all of them full, people eating in silence, their eyes hollow, their movements slow. The host led Marcus to a small table in the corner. A single candle burned in the center. A menu waited. "Your server will be with you shortly," the host said. "Please, make yourself comfortable. You'll be here a while." Marcus sat. His hands shook. He opened the menu. It was blank. He looked around. The other diners weren't eating food. They were just sitting, staring. Some had been there so long dust had settled on their shoulders. The candles on their tables had burned down to nothing. A server appeared. Same black suit. Same empty smile. "Good evening. Are you ready to order?" "I don't understand," Marcus said. "What is this place?" "L'enfer noir," the server said. "You reserved your soul. Now we serve it. One moment at a time. Forever." "Forever." The server gestured around the room. "These guests have been with us for years, decades, some much longer. Time moves differently here. You'll find the service is impeccable, but slow. I want to leave." "No one leaves, Mr. Holloway. You signed the contract. Your soul is ours. We simply let you borrow it for 18 years. Now you've returned it. Consider this your permanent residence." Marcus tried to stand. His legs wouldn't move. The chair held him. Not physically, something deeper. The server placed a glass of water on the table. "Sip slowly. You'll be thirsty for a very long time." "Please," Marcus whispered. "There has to be a way out." The server leaned in close. "There is one way. Find someone to take your reservation, convince them to sign, transfer the contract." "But," the server smiled, "how will you reach them from in here?" Marcus looked at the other diners. Some of them were crying silently. Some had given up. Some were writing on scraps of paper, messages that would never be sent. One woman near the center caught his eye. She mouthed 2 words. "I'm sorry." Marcus recognized her from the forum post. The one who disappeared mid-sentence 3 years ago. The server returned with a small plate. "Empty. Your first course. Enjoy. The second will arrive in approximately 5 years. We hope you'll leave us a positive review." And then the server was gone. The candle flickered. The room hummed with the sound of silent suffering. Marcus looked at his phone. No signal. The time read 11:59 p.m. It didn't change. It would never change. Outside, in the real world, Marcus Holloway was reported missing on November 1st. His apartment was found empty. His letters discovered. Police investigated. Found nothing. His case went cold within months. But sometimes, late at night, people walking past that unmarked black door downtown swear they hear something. The faint sound of a man crying, begging, asking if anyone can hear him. And once a year, on Halloween, someone new receives an email. "Reservation confirmed. Your soul. Table for 1. Because L'Enfer Noir is always accepting reservations, always collecting, always serving." And somewhere in that vast dining room, Marcus Holloway sits at his table, waiting for a meal that will never come, in a restaurant where time has stopped and suffering is the only item on the menu. His soul reserved, his seat permanent, his contract fulfilled. So if you ever get an email about a reservation you don't remember making, delete it. Don't open it. Don't click anything, because some places don't just take your money. They take everything, and once you're seated at L'Enfer Noir, the only thing you'll ever taste again is regret. Your soul is already reserved. The question is, when will they come to collect?